Cory, what is GRID? We got some guests here. We got some sponsors here.
Yeah, that's right. Well, GRID is this, right? GRID is a national investor network that we bring together at a hyper-local level all across the country. We look at this as a place for us to all come together, to learn, to network, to guide. We're not up here to be gurus, to like pontificate on high. I just like to say, like, we're just here, real people doing real deals in real time, here to share our experiences with you, and trusting that you're going to share your experiences with all of us in the room so we can all learn and grow together.
And I'm going to come back to why we do this when we talk about zone. I'm going to lay that out for you when we get there in a second. All right, fantastic. Who's got some wins, Cory?
Yeah. Who do I know that definitely has some wins? Where did Lance go? Lance, yeah, there you are, Lance. Share your win. What do you got?
Actually, Laura and I partnered on a deal, and it's closed next week, so that's a win.
Let's go! Very good. Let's go. Love it. Love it. Who else has got a win?
Well, I'll piggyback on that because I work for Lisa, and we closed on our commercial property last month.
Love that, right? As a business owner, right, there's real power in actually owning like your space. So like, congratulations on that, because that's a huge.
Primo
Paso, right down the road.
Over in North Shore Town Center. Just to hop, skip, and a jump away from here. Stop by. They are real baristas. So if you are a coffee aficionado or a coffee snob, right, go there. They're obsessed with coffee. They can make you a real drink. They know the difference between a ristretto.
Espresso.
Yes.
Espresso drinks, Primo Paso coffee.
Awesome. Fantastic. Who else has got a win? We went over this, and I'm drawing a blank. Like of who I knew had wins that we could see it in there.
Laura. Morgan had a deal recently. Chad.
Yep.
Morgan?
We had the house next door to us went up for auction. A duplex next door to our duplex went up for auction, and we were able to pick it up on auction.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Let's go.
Good win.
I love it.
that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Cory, who are you?
Yep, that's me. So who am I? My name's Cory King. I'm a real estate agent. I'm an investor, former restaurant owner, operator. That's what I did all through my 20s. So I got a good experience in that space, managing people, leading teams, running a business like that. That was down in East Central Florida, relocated here about 8 years ago and started building out my sales team, started investing really full time at that point as well. And now here we are today, starting GRID 4.5 years later. And
Cory's a father of 3. He's a sensitive lover.
I'm a Taurus.
He is a wrestling aficionado.
Yep.
He seriously loves underground hip hop, right? What I appreciate about Cory is we have the same algorithm. So
100%.
the same weird nuance, like this indie film, whatever. He appreciates it. Cory's really driven. It's been really exciting to see Cory. So I saw Cory when he started his career. I've been in real estate. My name's Justin Myers for 20 years, and I was running a real estate team because I've always worked. At some point I realized I'd spent a decade working in real estate, and I was like, maybe I should just do this. It's kind of like waiting tables. Maybe I should start managing. I've been doing this for so long that I had just gotten a series of jobs because I got in trouble. And the great thing about sales is you can get sales jobs and you can't pass background checks. So just pro tip, if you also had a misspent youth and you're not passing background checks, you can get into sales. Like I could get a mortgage broker's license. I just had to write a letter to the state and explain a very bad drunken Halloween night, right? So I've been sober for a long time. But yeah, I got in sales, saw Cory come along, and it's been really cool to see what someone could do of, hey, moving up here, they're an investor. I think I'm gonna get into sales. I'm gonna try to master phone sales. I'm going to go after FSBOs, and me and Chris Ball here, where's Chris at? We're going to go see who can compete to take all the same FSBO sales, right? And then grow that business over time now. So how long did you get a license for, Cory?
This is year 7, I believe, at this point now. 7 full years, excuse me. So this is year 8 now, which is kind of wild.
So just to see like what can happen over time and like see the skill development where like this guy is a ninja. For context, Cory took 67 listings. We have a team of killers, like up in the DMV. Us and the 3 other teams that are affiliated with us through our GRID thing, top 4 teams in the DMV, right? And Cory took 3 times as many listings as the next person. Monster. So just seeing like what you can do over time.
That's right.
Like just see the skill development over time, see the practice, like
Or just, focus and consistency.
get on. So if you're new here, you want to do this stuff, find some places, do the skill development. Like it's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen for us. So I want to thank a couple sponsors to start this off this year. And I've got a really check presentation that I want y'all to share in here. We're going to do this in just a second. So Kristen, can you come up here? Nate, Morgan, fantastic. Kristen loves the spotlight. So this is my dear friend, Kristen Wallace. She owns Jacob Lay Property Management. How many properties do you manage over there?
1,100.
1,100. Kristen is also low-key one of the smartest investors that I know. This is my go-to. People ask me, how do you evaluate rental comps? And I'm like, I don't have any idea. I would just call Kristen. I don't know any tools. I would just be like, you manage 1,000 units. I saw you start this business. I used to work for her, was that 14 years ago? 15 years, yeah. It was like 2011 when we started this, Jacob Lay. And so I just call her. So if you've got property management needs, if anyone else is sick of being a landlord this year, if your resolution is, I don't want to manage this anymore, Cory, we've got an amazing property management resource for you. Thank you for sponsoring us. Love it. Morgan. I love it. I said we need a deal desk, and I love that you guys were like, we're putting it right up front. Thank you. That works.
I did want to share a win tonight. I have gotten 2 people to sign up for the GRID Second Harvest Volunteer Day on January 22nd. And that is my biggest priority tonight, is getting those spots filled up, because I super believe in that mission.
I love it.
As far as me, myself, I can finance basically anything that has a roof. If you need financing for anything that has a roof, you may come to the deal desk and I will get you squared away.
Long-term financing.
Long-term financing. You got it. So sorry. This is your expert in short-term financing. I super apologize about that. I am your expert in long-term financing.
Yes, so all that exits, that in the BRRRR strategy where you refi, that's what you need Morgan for, your primary, all that other stuff. Nate, tell us what you do, man. You had a win too.
Yeah, I'm going to have a proud dad moment here. Hope you guys give me a second. Any UT fans, right? Everybody loves the balls, right? Anybody follow UT baseball? Anybody a baseball fan? My son was just named preseason All-American. He's a pitcher at UT Junior. Yeah. Which is funny because he hasn't pitched one pitch, and yet he's got a lot of work.
Got a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it is a lot of pressure, but it's cool to see him up there. Keep your eye out for him.
What's his name?
Brady Frederick. He's a sidearm kid. You guys know what that is? Like Kent DeColby? Oh yeah, like his knuckles drag on the ground. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it is cool. It is cool. Private money lender, but I think it's important to note, right? So in our world, in our sphere, it's DMCs, right? It's deals, it's money, and it's contracting. And so a lot of times people come to me and they have one of the 3 or they have 2 of the 3, and I'm always able to put them with someone who has the other one. And so because I'm local and because I'm here, I'm part of the community, I pass those deals on, or I connect those people together, and I do it day in and day out kind of deal. We're not the cheapest people on the block, we hear that, but I guarantee you that dude out in Seattle, he ain't finding a deal for you, right? Like he ain't passing that deal for you, that kind of deal. And along those lines, with that being said, we launched a new program this year where we can get you in for 10% down. 10% on the purchase price, right? So we'll finance 90% of the purchase price, 100% of rehab. Of course, there's some qualifiers, but everybody has qualifiers. But we're able to do that now. So anyone who talk to me, anybody want to get on my deal list, I tell this story all the time. And this literally just happened. God called me. Can I let it keep going? Yep. The guy called me today, or not today. He called me this week and said, "Hey, my girlfriend's aunt passed away, and we're getting her house, and we're going to flip it. And we're gonna keep all the money for ourselves." I said, "Man, that's great. What are you buying it for?" 50 grand. What are you gonna cost to rehab it? I don't know. What's it gonna sell for? I don't know. How much money you have to put down? None. What's my credit score? 590. I'm like, dude, you ain't got it. I mean, you got a deal, but you got nothing else. And so I literally passed that deal on to somebody else. Like, here, sell it to this guy. Make 30 grand today and move on. Like, it's those kind of things that happen with our community all the time. So get on my list. If you're a contractor, get on my list. I'm always connecting people.
Thank you. Congrats on Brady. That's exciting news. Just heard that. Love it. Fantastic. Rich, can you come up here and join us? All right. So, Cory, do you want to talk about our journey with Second Harvest? We started doing this, I think, back in 2020.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, Second Harvest is a Feeding America affiliate here in East Tennessee. They're servicing 18 counties in the area. This is a mission. This is a project that certainly carries a lot of, I'd say, like just weight for us. It's a program we're just very passionate about. We're very proud. They're able to go out and serve it. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I can do the spiel. I can do the spiel. Just one of the things that I was talking to Cory about the other day, like late at night, is like one of the things we never argue about is values. 100%. That's why we make good partners. I'm not always I am great in the room, all over the place. Cory's very consistent. We're probably like Laurel and Hardy sometimes, right?
Sure. But
two things about partners. One, we've never wanted to quit at the same time. That's why I believe in partnership. Someone that told me that's been in this business 20 years. That's actually Warren Buffett said that about him and Charlie Munger. He said, we never wanted to quit on the same day, right? And the second thing is we both have the same heart, which is how can we do this? How can we make impact? We want to have impact. That's why I started a community. We didn't want to wait until we were old to have impact. We wanted to do it right now. And so Second Harvest, Rich can come up here and talk about the mission here, right? Rich is from Second Harvest, but services 18 counties in our area. And one of the things I got really passionate about is I got connected with Michael Smith over at Kiko.
I'll get up on here too.
Yes, please. Come on, Nick.
So these guys, I don't know if you guys were at the Christmas party, but I hadn't decided on how much my donation was going to be. And they said, Nick's got a big announcement. And they pointed at me and I'm like, all right, how much do you guys donate? I'll match it, so, but couldn't be for a better cause. And we did, what was it, 90,000 meals or something like that?
So double your donation was 90,000 meals. We're actually, they asked us if they could allocate the money to a different program, which I'm really excited we're going to talk about tonight.
Okay.
But yeah, we raised $15,000. Foundation contributed $5,000. We contributed $5,000. This room, I think we raised at the party another $2,500.
Right around that range.
And then we had a couple of private sponsors, TriStar Capital. Jeff Young comes here all the time. They kicked in $1,000, and we have some investors that we have a relationship with that had contributed $2,000. Right. So, yeah. Thank you. And I wanted to share that just because here's the thing that everyone should hear that I've learned since I'm doing this is if you're in a room and you think someone should do something, you are someone, right? That I go around the country at open communities, your neighbors are exactly like this. Everyone I meet is cool, they're pro-social, they care about family, they care about their neighbors. I know we get served a very angry vision of society because, right? We're all social dilemma, getting an algorithm that's designed to show us the most annoying people in the world. I meet really cool people. And I wanted to share that, I go around the country, most people are really cool. They're very helpful. We live in the most charitable country in the history of the world. We're pouring back in there. So I just want to share that, the reason we work with Second Harvest is because they're so efficient. 95 cents of every dollar goes directly towards feeding the hungry. So we just want to be prudent with our giving. We wanted to pick a partner that kind of exemplifies that. We've got an opportunity to go volunteer. But Rich, if you want to talk about what this is getting allocated for, because it's going for,
yes.
Is it the packs for?
This is a pack. So we have a program. We have a program, especially called Food for Kids. Out of the numbers are just staggering. Out of the 214,000 folks that are food insecure within the 18 counties that we serve, 214,000. About 1 in 6 is a child. And so with the Food for Kids, basically we're able to donate food to schools who, let's say discreetly, through their teachers, place the meals in the students' backpacks and in the bags to take home. Discreetly, of course, and it's just been an amazingly successful program, and this is a really a staggering number. I mean, this is incredibly generous, and you're exactly right. It's a 95.3 efficiency rating, which is you can't do much better than that, really. And a big part of that is due to volunteers. We couldn't have that rating without volunteers. And so that's an important thing to remember. In February, we're doing a Pack the Bag program, which supports Food for Kids. And it's we've got some volunteers coming in and special donations that everybody comes in and we fill the backpacks and we distribute them to the schools across the 18 counties that we serve. And so this is really special, I think, for everybody. And it's I think this is a lot more invasive and common than most folks think. Out of the 214,000 folks that are food insecure, about half of them are just above that line of the SNAP benefit. So they can't get that. So they're constantly riding the line of, can I afford to get some real food at the grocery store today? And we just really, like I said, it's been about a decade of partnership. And of course, it's highly valuable to us, but it's mostly valuable to the communities that we serve. And that's really why we do what we do. And I think to have the moral foundation that you've got it's valuable in every single way. There's nothing there's no downside to that. I think a quote that I saw by Anne Frank is that nobody's ever gone poor by giving. And so as GRID presents this check here, Second Harvest Food Bank, $15,000, and there's even some more payments that are coming in just from independent folks too. So this is a really amazingly helpful thing that you guys have done here. Yeah, because this money goes so far. The statistic is about $1 provides 2.3 meals or so, and that's just through the relationship that we have through the food providers that we can get these rates. So a dollar feeds a very significant amount. I won't take any more of your time, but we really appreciate anything and everybody. And also, one more thing, that you are so right about. The vast majority of folks are kind, cool, and willing to help. And you're out there, and it is not that landscape that you think that's hostile. I've just been amazed. The numbers to me are staggering, but the community response and folks that donate their time and folks that donate their money is the most humbling thing about my job here at Second Harvest. And it's really special, and I just want to make sure that we express our gratitude to you guys.
Thank you, Rich.
All right, Cory, going to sign this for us.
Sign it, me, sign it.
Yeah. I'll put some initials on there for us, big dog. That's a big donation you made.
Why not?
Okay. You got a phone, Alexis?
I don't. I
Somebody who's got a phone? Because I want Dalton. Can we get one this way
Yeah, I want this way.
with everybody in it? Want to stand up really fast, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
This is something we all did together. So let's all get in a picture if you don't mind, real fast. Then we'll kick this off. We can talk about how to make some money. Sound good? All right. All right, Dalton. Is his mom? Yeah. Fantastic. Well, should I would sit down, but that's okay. You stand on the couch, big dog? Okay. On three. 1, 2, 3. All right, thank you. Hey, thank you so much. Give yourself a big hand. Thank you. All right. Hold on to this, Alexis. Okay. And we've got a couple volunteer opportunities. So, if you want to come volunteer with us on the 22nd, which is a Thursday, there is a sign-up sheet right there. If you want to see the facility in Blount County, it is pretty amazing. 1 to 4, January 22nd. And then we only have 15 spots. I know those are going to fill up. We also have an opportunity to go volunteer in February for the Pack the Bag. What you're looking at is a lot of those kids, if you did the math there, 214,000 divided by 6, that's over 30,000 kids, right? That are going hungry. Their primary source of calories are free breakfast and free lunch. So they're doing these programs because that's how these children are able to eat, right, over the weekend. And I just think that like one of the simplest things you can do, like hunger is one of the most insidious things. I don't know if anyone else here has ever been truly hungry, right? Like going to Dunkin' Donuts, because they're giving the donuts out at 5 to eat hungry, right? Like hunger is, they throw them all out if you want to eat donuts. You can only eat so many donuts. You'll figure this out. But I think it's one of the simplest things we can do to affect real change in our neighbors and our community, right? In terms of like directly giving good, feeding people. It's incredibly efficient. So we appreciate you all.
Yeah,
thank you so much for the support.
Yeah.
Yes, Morgan.
Can we sign up beyond 15?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll just go through and we'll see. We can only bring 15. We can sign up if you're willing to go past this on February. Please sign up. We'll get you connected. There's a job form as well up front. All right.
Justin,
Yes, sir.
he's serving people who are just as bad off, who can only qualify for the SNAP benefits. These people can't qualify for the SNAP benefits because there's a gap above that.
Yes, sir.
They're in just as bad a shape. That's who he's. I'm in joke with Justice Knox on affordable housing. I appreciate everything he's saying.
Yeah. No. We got real needs here. Remote area medical operates in Haiti, and they operate right here in our backyard. So if you're curious about any of this stuff, if you want to get involved, if you're looking for other organizations, come grab us after the meeting. We appreciate y'all coming here. We're going to get into the content, but thank you. Big round of applause for all of you. Thank you so much. That is the highlight for us of the entire year, by far. That's the thing that we're the most proud of, is the fact that we're able to do that. And it started with doing small things, raising $500, raising $1,000, $2,500. So to get to $15,000 is incredible, and a real thank you to everyone that donated. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Huge impact.
Can I do a shout out?
Sure. Yes, Eddie.
Okay.
Sure.
I want to shout out to GRID for allowing us to have volunteer opportunities to help the people in our state. We did a year or so ago. We did the hurricane relief for the people in Greenville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
last year.
this is just a great group to be in, and I'm just thankful that you give us opportunities to give back.
Well, thank you.
Thank you
And
so much.
money is good for the good that it can do. We talk about this year. We're going to talk about the 7 levels of an entrepreneurial journey. The 7th level is impact. You do not want to be a sad rich person. You don't. We have met them. That sucks. When you thought of things would make you happy, and it turns out money and women and material shit in your life is empty because you didn't build anything and you got no purpose. That is a tough place to be. That is a tough place to be. We care too much about y'all to lie to you about money is good for the good that it can do, right? And what I found, it is a superpower, because when we sit down and we talk about our goals, my attitudes around money have entirely shifted. Where it's cool, I want to do big things, so yeah, we're going to sell 200 houses. Money is just an energy. It's not it's far more motivating than what kind of crap am I going to buy?
That's right.
So
That's why it's cash flow. It has to move.
cash flows everything around me.
Dollar bill, y'all.
So, all right, let's get started. So we talk about all of this. Thank you so much, right? The reason we talk about that is because GRID has a culture. If you go to any of our 22 locations around the country, you're going to find like-minded people, right? And this is a high trust network. This is a trust transfer network. And that, I think, is the secret to having success in the investing game, is, can I find people that I trust? Can I learn from their lessons? Ready to kick this thing off? You want to talk about zone and get Courtney up here?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's dive through.
Sick. And at the end, we'll come back to some of our stuff there.
Sponsors, good. Let's get into our.
Let's just lay out. Do we have a slide that has all zone on one of it, or is it just broken up by letters?
It's broken up by letters.
Let's go to
Sorry.
the Z. No, cool. We're going to give you a framework right now, our zone framework, right? This is the framework for everything that we do. This is how we personally go into new markets and build new businesses. This is what we're doing at GRID, by the way. We have zoned this market. This is the play that we're running. This is the networking at a high level. There's only 3 ways to get business. What are they, Cory?
Yeah, that's going to be prospecting, that's going to be networking, that's going to be marketing.
Yep. So we've got literally one of the best marketers in the country. We're going to bring him here. We're going to dive into how to market for deals. If you want to learn how to prospect, how can they do that, Cory?
Yeah, so if you want to prospect, you can absolutely come join us. We meet at our office every single Tuesday. we get started. We call it our Take Territory Tuesday. That's right. That's us. We're there every single Tuesday. We don't miss. If you're in sales of any kind, you're welcome to come to that room. It's 100% free, but it's an opportunity for we would call lead generation together.
Kush
right?
just came yesterday.
Kush
How was
just
it,
came.
Kush?
It was amazing.
Yeah?
Amazing. I learned a lot. It's very valuable. Definitely would recommend anybody to go.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate the kind
Appreciate
words.
that,
Right.
man.
Yeah, so that's gonna be Tuesday morning, 9 a.m. at our office is the E-Spaces building there in Bearden.
Yep. But grab us. You got our contact info. We'll put it back up there.
That's right.
It's where Fresh Market is, and it's the last shopping center in Bearden before you hit Sequoia Hills. 4315 Kingston Pike. Yep. All right. So, there's 3 ways to do this. We zero in on our target market, so we identify the market that we wanna go after. Yep. Right. What's the O in this, Cory?
Yeah, that's gonna be owning the mind share.
Right.
Of your market.
You want to be Pepsi or Coke. Maybe RC Cola. You do not want to be Kroger Band. No, nobody's. You want to. So how can I own the mind share of my audience so they think of me when they think of opportunity, right? N is nurture, right? We're going to go through this in detail here, but N is how do I nurture and grow my database, right? How do I meet more people? So what's an example of nurturing and growing your database if you're in the audience here?
Yeah, so ways of nurturing, growing your database. Email is certainly still a powerful tool, an email newsletter, something you're able to just consistently communicate. Social media to a degree is a way of nurturing. How am I just staying omnipresent in front of my people in a consistent way such that I'm nurturing those relationships, I'm engaging with people.
So what it's going to look like is so I've zeroed in on my target market. There's someone I want to speak to. I've owned the mind share because I'm doing something deliberate. Prospecting, networking, marketing to get myself in front of people that are looking for deals. Nurturing is am I adding value, right? What am I doing to add value to my audience where they might care? If I'm a painter, maybe I'm explaining what's the difference between a professional paint job and an amateur paint job. Walk me through, hey, I sand between every single coat. I use this level of paint, right? This is why, the difference between an amateur job and why this one lasts longer. I'm adding value. Those are all the value adds to the audience. Remember, I'm just sharing my journey. If you're in this room and you've gotten to a place where you've got the capacity to invest, when less than 15% of the country invests in real estate, there's probably a lot of people around you that want to know some of the things you're doing, that are struggling with basic budgeting, they're struggling with some other things that would love to just know about the journey. So it could be as simple as hey man, we do cigars once a month at my house. And we talk about money. It's an open thing, right? Money's a taboo topic. We talk about it. There's lots of ways to do this. You can do it on social. You can do it in person. But what am I doing to nurture and grow my database and give back? I provide value. The way this thing works, we provide value to you. We get back, right? It's an energy exchange. Deal flow, opportunities in return. And what's the E in zone?
Yeah, that's going to be empower in there, right? So empower and impacting your community.
Yep. Right? So that's the final one of how do I do this? That's each one, teach one. I invite somebody else, right? I build this thing to grow. And so we're going to come back to this. We'll talk about this at the end, but I want to lay out for you, because that's a whole topic we've taught before, how to zone that in detail. Today, we're going to talk about how to do that through marketing. And we've got Courtney Scott coming. Cory, what are you excited to hear Courtney talk about?
Yeah.
Because I've met Courtney and talked to him multiple times before. Yeah. You just got to chop it up with them on the phone. This is your first time.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm really excited to really dive into just some of the how-tos from start to finish. I'm starting from scratch, or if I've already been doing this for a while, how can I go ahead and plus my business? So I'm very just excited to be able to dive into this, and I want to make sure we welcome Courtney.
Yeah, welcome, Courtney. Come on up, Courtney Scott.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for having me.
I love it.
Full room. I love this.
Yes.
Yeah, see it here.
I'm sitting right here.
Wherever.
You can sit right there. You can be in the middle. We'll tag team this thing. So, I'm really excited to have Courtney join us. I got to hear Courtney at a sales meetup. It was really a pure sales. How do you create a sales pipeline, sales flow meetup? And we got to dive in really deep. And Courtney talked about the sales process. He talked about how he built his real estate team, how he scaled. We got really into the weeds and the details of this. And I was really excited just to hear the mindset behind this, right? The mindset behind the obsessive focus on detail. When I heard that, I've done this enough times to know, it makes sense, why the guy has the results he has, because of the work you put in, the team he has behind it. and he was able to articulate how he built it. So we're going to go deep. We're going to ask some questions. I'm really excited for this. Courtney also is just a pretty fascinating human. Right? We talk about personal brands, so Courtney's got a lot of things going on. Courtney, tell us a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about myself. All right, guys, so I was born in Montgomery, Alabama. That's where I'm originally from. I ended up moving to Houston, Texas. I've been all over the place, state of Massachusetts, state of Michigan. Moved to Houston about 6 years ago, but I just moved to Franklin, Tennessee, right up the road, like 6 weeks ago, due to ChatGPT. Yeah, that's funny, but I literally put it in ChatGPT and I was like, hey, I want all 4 seasons. I thought I was gonna get a white Christmas when I came here, and apparently I didn't get a white Christmas.
Not this year.
Yeah. So, and I said, I want the rolling hills, and I also put in there that, hey, I'm a cowboy, and I like to bull ride and steer wrestle, do all the fun stuff. So they was like, hey, you should move to Nashville. Get out to Nashville. I guess I was lied to, because there's no cowboys over there. So I just moved on down to Franklin, and JT was supposed to be helping me find a property out there, being my realtor, and he's a terrible realtor, by the way, because I did not get a property. I think he was just getting me out there to actually go and party on Broadway and all that stuff right there. I've been in this space for like 6 years. And I've helped over 400, 500 real estate investors all over the U.S. find deals, motivated seller leads. That's what I do. That's what I focus on. Right now, we've generated over $100 million in wholesale assignment fees. That's just tracked. Not all clients actually tell us all their numbers and things like that. So it's probably a little bit more, but we're going to go off that 100 million. I have managed $20 million in ad spend via Facebook, Google. I've done SEO campaigns, YouTube campaigns. So when it comes to actually spending money on ads in any channel, I'm your guy. You always can ask me for any advice. However, somebody did come to me before this and was like, Courtney, you're at this event, there's a lot of people here. Our biggest thing is we like to focus on quality clients, and we're very big on exclusivity. So I'm not here to sell you guys anything. I'm just here to basically give everything out for free. So I'm gonna tell you guys at the end of this, I cannot bring no one else on in this market. So might as well just ask me all the questions you guys can actually ask me to go and be able to create your own campaigns. I won't hold anything back, so feel free to let them rip. I'm here to answer all you guys' questions. But to kind of wrap it all up, yes, this cowboy hat isn't fake. I actually do the cowboy stuff. I actually have the track record of actually generating really good motivated seller leads. Our average conversion rate is 1 out of 8. I don't know how nitty gritty you guys want to go, but I can talk to you guys about what questions to ask, what type of funnels to run, what type of mistakes I have made, what you guys should avoid in 2026. I can give you guys the entire playbook, long as you guys ask for it. Closed mouths don't get fed. So at the end of the day, if you guys leave this event and didn't ask some good questions, then you guys didn't zone in your market. So thank you guys for having me here. I'm looking forward to this.
I'm excited too. I think if it makes sense to everybody, do you want to go through zone? Do we want to start in like how to identify the avatar and kind of go through this like logically? We can get nitty gritty on this, but this way we're not kind of hopscotching around from, hey, tell me how I should optimize my ad spend on my PPC, and then like, how do I find a deal, right? So let's start off, Cory. What questions do you have for Courtney about avatar? Let's talk about zeroing in, like what is the client profile in 2026?
Sure. Yeah. I actually, I got a list. I
know you do.
Yeah. No. So part of this, like, it was one of my questions, just what type of contents are actually working to attract, sellers, private lenders, or JV partners? Like, I would guess I would individualize those separately because
so
there's
sellers.
Correct. Yeah, because there's very much a specific content that's related to each of those avatars.
So I'm going to set the stage if we can, because I love that. There's a question above that. So the question is, what kind of content is attracting sellers and then JV partners and lenders? But if we can we talk about what's our client profile?
Okay.
What's the avatar? Like, what have you seen that's like, because you've worked in a lot of markets.
Yeah.
What's kind of the universal avatar we should be speaking to for like a motivated seller? Or maybe there's some sub ones there. What's that motivated seller avatar look like? And then we could probably talk about the content that attracts them.
Yes. Okay, so the avatar looks like for us is basically anybody, like mainly males, I'm gonna say both. Okay, males and females above the age of like 40, because I'm pretty sure you guys know someone that's 19 years old probably ain't going into pre-foreclosure just yet. So that's who we mainly focus our creatives toward. So if you are actually running ads, you probably don't want to put some really hip young guy on the ad because they're not going to actually relate to him. So that's what we do with our creators. We definitely utilize people that are more older or show. Is it kind of like thumping? Am I like too loud?
Just when you do the P's.
Okay, just the
Everything
P's.
else is good.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, so I try to make sure all of my creatives, if I'm using pictures or videos and all that nice stuff, was funny. Yeah. pictures and videos. I'm using someone of an older demographic.
Old, 40s.
Yes.
Old, y'all.
Well, younger guys. I'm sorry, anybody over 40. He's eyeing me down. He's like, all right. But
I'm 43. Look at all this gray. And we're old.
I think what'll make the biggest impact though is which platform you guys do it on. Because also more of the younger generation, 40 plus, the younger generation, they're probably scrolling on Instagram. Like my age, JT, all of us like 20s and 30s are probably just scrolling down on Instagram. But what we noticed by running so many ads on like Facebook and Instagram, 90% of our leads come from Facebook. But most people are not utilizing that because that's where the more older generation, you kind of got me scared saying old up in here, but more of an older generation actually. Wiser, yes, okay. I'm gonna say a wiser generation. So the more wise generation, they're on Facebook. And that's where they're spending most of their time. So if you guys are posting content to attract them, you probably want to definitely post it on Facebook. And if you're running paid traffic to it off of Facebook, it's really good to post content on your Facebook page. But if we're talking JV partners and lenders, you definitely want to be on Instagram, probably showing your deals, showing your closed transactions, because that could be any and everybody. Well, but you guys know your ideal avatar. That's what we're talking about zoning in, is figuring your
Totally.
ideal.
You know what's kind of interesting on that too, right, is in the industry, certainly that I've been in, there's oftentimes been a bias against Facebook leads, right? I hear this a lot from people in our space of, well, these have either a low percentage return, this is like a 1%, less than 1% in there, but it's interesting just as we niche down, right, and we target, we're actually identifying people, we're getting a much higher return out of that.
Yes, because there's different ways you can utilize Meta. But honestly, I would say this, Meta just came out with an update. This is kind of me nerding out with it, in like July. It's called like the Andromeda update. So basically what Meta did, they got this new AI, because every big company is going all into AI, and they know who your ideal avatar is based off of what they searched up on Google, what they're doing on their phones, what they're doing in their emails. All of it is connected. As you guys know, at this event, you guys are probably going to get some ads from me at this event if you haven't already. Just by you being in proximity of my phone, it will target you guys.
Anybody see an ad for Courtney before they came here? Yes?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's like just being in the proximity, and that's how the AI works. So honestly, I'm seeing way better results right now with it, because what happens is any one of you guys can go and start a campaign, literally spend $5 a day, probably get a cost per lead of like $20-$30 for a good motivated seller lead, if you guys' creative is good. If you're using someone that's of the wiser generation and saying that we buy houses fast for cash, or we're looking to list your property, Facebook will put it in front of the right person.
And just creative, right, is going to be the industry term for that's, whether that's a static or a video, just like your content, like your creative content that's got like a third party, right, that is like the viral showstopper, the reel. And so if you go on Courtney's page, you're going to see some creatives, and then you're going to see that nurturing content, that value content. That's going to be like interview content of Cory. Here's credibility. Here's me sharing some game about this, right, to the audience.
Yes, exactly. And you want to mix it up as you get just more leads. You start spending more money on ads, because you got like the top of the funnel, the middle of the funnel, and the bottom of the funnel. I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar about that, but if not, you can ask me kind of at the end, and I'll go into detail about it. But top of the funnel, I basically want to reel them in. Middle of the funnel, I kind of want to nurture them. We're going to go over that a little bit as well. And bottom of the funnel, hey, check me out. I want to build trust. I want you guys to see me speaking on stages. I want you guys to see me speaking on podcasts. That would definitely help you guys build trust, because we all know when the trust recession, everybody don't trust nobody anymore. I used to get on the phone with people 3 years ago, and they'd be like, dude, I don't trust marketing companies. Facebook ads suck. Dude, I've been scammed by so many marketing companies. But the same people 3 years ago, they watched a lot of my podcasts. They saw me speak on stage. So they'll just call me up. Hey, Courtney, here's a lot of money to basically run my marketing for me.
They're pre-sold.
Yeah, that literally. And JT always say he was a better sales guy than me. But today he was like, Courtney, honestly, your marketing has me beating sales, because you're already doing the pre-selling before they actually hop on a call with you. So that's kind of what marketing allows you to do.
So sales, right, is an art. Who in here is a salesperson? I love it. So who in here is an investor that wants deals? If you're an investor that wants deals, unless you're paying someone else to source them for you, we're going to have to learn how to be salespeople. Okay? Sales is the art of how do I identify problems, how do I provide solutions for them, and how do I present myself as the solution towards your problem. I could do that in person, or I can do that where like, here's the 10 questions that you have, so I'm going to create some content that is going to walk you on that journey, and you're going to go watch this content on your own. By the time you call me, you're like, oh, I already know your system because it's been described for me. There's no right or wrong way to do that. So when we talk about a sales funnel, we're talking about going from someone that doesn't know us at all to someone that already feels like they know, like, and trust us. That's all that a funnel is. And so it could go from what is a prospect, someone that clicked on like a Facebook lead or something, right? Or someone that just saw you somewhere or saw like your I Buy Houses sign or a flyer or whatever that is, wherever you're getting leads, towards someone that you had a two-way conversation with, right? Towards someone where you have like an established relationship with, right? And so we've got this down to a science. We know the conversion on those things. That's what we're talking about when we talk about a sales funnel. It's just people that are re-engaging with content. We're walking them through being a not known quantity to being a, hey, and the great thing about social media, like, Courtney, why is social media so effective? Can we talk about where people consume our content and why it's so effective in establishing trust? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. So this is kind of to piggyback off of what you just said. So like anybody that's in sales, you know, there's like 5 stages of awareness, right? You have the unaware stage, the aware stage, problem aware, solution aware, and most aware. So given any time of the funnel, which is why Meta just came out with this new update, they kind of know exactly where people are at in that stage. So if you like unaware, you just don't know exactly what's going on. You don't know your company actually need marketing. You're probably just starting off. You just think, hey, I'm just going to do 60 deals a year, 100 deals a year off of no marketing or no networking, no prospecting. So you're unaware of what's going on. Then there's some people are aware. I do need marketing, or problem aware. Hey, I don't know. Like I know I have a problem, but I don't know what it is. And solution aware. I need Meta ads to actually go in, get this fixed, but I don't know which company to use. Most aware is, hey, I want to use this Courtney Scott guy to actually do my Meta ads because I've seen so many of his videos that I trust him to actually do mine. So the objective of your marketing is to kind of take them through all of those frames, given to where they're at. And that's the same thing on the sales call. So if you were talking to someone that's unaware, your job, your sales call is probably gonna be like an hour and 30 minutes long. Because now I have to take you from unaware to most aware in the span of that time frame. But if I come on and you're solution aware, you know you need Meta ads, and you talking to me, that call's only going to take like 20 minutes of my time. So how can I pull you guys from the unaware phase with my content to get you guys at least in the solution aware or most aware phase as quick as possible via my content before you guys get on the call with me?
And for us here, right, solution aware is like, hey, unaware is like, I'm just having trouble. Every deal that you're going to find starts with a motivated seller. Anybody remember the 2 categories of motivated seller? Motivated by emotion or circumstance. I got to get this house out of my life. It reminds me of my parents. I can't deal with it. Reminds me of my ex. This tenant's terrible. I just can't do this anymore. Me and the wife are fighting because I got this flip and I'm using all this money, whatever, right? Or I need to make a financial move. I'm motivated by circumstance. I owe back taxes. I got to sell this property. I want to unload this asset. I want to move it into something else. Those are my 2 things. So we're talking about someone who's unaware. They've got some sort of a need, all the way down to solution aware. Would be like they know they need a cash offer, right? And how do we take them on that journey? How are we identifying them on that journey? And if we're doing marketing, we've got to be very specific. Like you may do some of this intuitively as salespeople, but with marketing, I've got to be more intentional about what am I doing each step of the way to move people through the process that they're going on internally. How do I put myself right in their shoes because I'm providing a solution to their problem? And who would I want to solve my problem if I had those problems?
Yes. Yes. So thank you
for
doing that.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I was going to ask you, one of my things, like if an investor is starting from scratch today, just what are those first 3 steps to clarify their message before posting?
Zone in on your avatar. You got to figure out who it is you're targeting. right? So if we're targeting motivated sellers, you have to understand the motivated sellers you're talking to. So I had a call with the guy at the beginning of this year, and he was probably the most niche specific guy that I know, but he was like one of the most profitable wholesalers that I have actually talked to. And I was like, dude, how are you so profitable compared to all these other wholesalers? He's like, man, Courtney, I like to take the sniper approach. I know exactly my ideal prospect. I think he said, I only work with, was it tax liens or something? He had a specific niche. He was so specific. He was like, I don't want anything else. Just only generate me these leads. If I get any other lead, it's going to take me off of my path. So he know exactly he's a dude. I became an expert. I've been doing this for 3 years. So if they bring me one of these leads, I know I'm gonna close it because we're their best option, because most wholesalers focus on pre-foreclosures, tax liens, probates. They focus on all these other things, whereas this is our niche. So he got very niche specific, and it made him be so profitable because he understood the process and he built a system around that. So as long as you guys can understand your idea of avatar, you can craft all of your messages around that type of person. You can give us some educational content. You can give us some, top of the funnel content, like, hey, yep, do you know your house is probably going to go up for auction because you owe taxes on it? Oh, if you didn't know, here's how to check. That's a good way how to check. Oh, if it is, by the way, reach out to me. And you're just going through the process of that, getting very niche specific. Same thing with pre-foreclosures or probate. So it's identifying the person that you actually want to, that you feel like is your wheelhouse. I don't know how many deals you guys have done, but it's like, hey, if I've done 10 deals, I really like this angle, this is my avatar, I'm gonna go in on this avatar. If you're new, find an avatar, find a lane, stick in it. Like Justin here said, dude, it's gonna suck, but at the end of it, like a lot of people used to come to me all the time, Courtney, do marketing for my roofing company, do marketing for my cleaning company, do marketing for this. I was like, nope, I'm only sticking with wholesalers. And over the course of 6 years, now I've gained the title of being the Facebook ads guy. So it's just figuring out who your avatar is and only stick to your avatar and don't budge under any circumstances.
So, Cory, maybe we could do this. You've got an avatar. You focus on one geographic area. And
Sure.
let's maybe go dive into that conversation we had. Yeah. So, what's the avatar that you like? And then maybe Courtney could talk about what's the questions you could ask before you post the content.
Yeah, that's a good point. So so for me, I'd say it starts off with a geographic space, right? Yep. There's a particular zip code, 37921. Is my favorite zip code to invest in. Why? It was the first place I moved to when I lived here in Knoxville. And so I would commute around it. I know it. I've continued to invest in that area. So I know.
You're hood, but lock your shit up.
Yeah, I know. I know the area like the back of my hand. And so when opportunities present themselves, it takes me a fraction of the time that it maybe used to underwrite that, because I know what I'm looking at. Right, the property we're getting ready to, we flipped it, we're set to close here at the end of the month, but I bought it day one on the MLS for 20% off because I knew exactly where it was. I knew exactly what that was. It was listed for like $100,000, lower than what they normally sell for anyway. So I could reach out to the agent, understand the backstory, could write a compelling offer, that I could get it locked up right away, and we could turn that into a project.
And I love it. So what Cory's talking about is the power of zone over time.
Yeah.
What we're going to go back to the beginning is start with the geographic area. Build a list of the 100 ugliest houses in an area that you understand. It's not more complicated than that.
I want to add on to that.
Start around where you live. I mean, really, like if you're already driving home from work every day, you're already doing it, so you already know your neighbors. You already know your neighborhood. So on your way home, not tonight because it's dark outside, but let's say tomorrow, for example, while the sun's still up. Take a little back tour. Yep. Go peel off on this extra neighborhood before you actually make it home, and just start looking around. Start looking for the houses where yards growing up, things just look distressed, bunch of cars in the yard. Like, it's pretty obvious signs of distress when you start looking for it. But one of the easiest ways is just to take that extra 2 minutes on your drive home. Yep. And go cut through a neighborhood that you might otherwise just bypass.
And if you want to learn how to drive for dollars, like Cory can cook on this, come to a field trip Friday, come to one of our investor open houses, pick our brain. Like, we can really go deep into the weeds on this. So we could have a whole hour just here. Courtney, you want to share something?
Yes, about the geographic locations. Guys, I'm a big believer in that now, especially over the last year. So we get a lot of people that they want to come into this space, and what you hear is going nationwide. You're going to get a super cheaper cost per lead. You're going to get a super cheap cost per contract. But what a lot of people don't say on the back end, because as we know, a lot of people that are gurus, they get online, show, hey, all the contracts they done, but they never show the deals they actually closed and funded. So cheaper cost per contract looks nice because you think that company is very profitable. But me being on the back end of that, I'm the marketer for them. And so I go and ask them how many of those deals actually close. And typically 80% of them always fall out. So they added that headache on themselves, on their dispo team, and the productivity went down because now they're focusing on dispo and deals in, Texas, and it's a non-disclosure state, and they don't have their license here. And it's like, hey, if you got that contract in this market, you probably would have closed it faster because you make connections at events like this. But they're all way in Texas and they never visited Texas. So I would say, once you hone into your market, you get real narrow, real niche specific. Just focus on that, because if you lock it up, I'm pretty sure, Cory here, if you get a deal in that zip code, you're probably going to get that thing closed and funded really fast. Yeah, because you know exactly where to get it at. He's not worried about it's been a non-disclosure state, how to comp it right. So I would say always start off in your backyard, because for one, you can put your own hands on it. And if you have never done a deal, trying to call a seller and tell them you're going to offer them the wrong amount of money, you're going to screw them in the end if you know you comp the property wrong. Mm-hmm. And some of them, based off of their circumstances, they don't need to be screwed.
What other questions should I ask myself if I want to start creating content? Or maybe we should say, would you start with marketing, or would you start with prospecting and to earn the right to marketing? If you were new.
So if I was new, would I do marketing first or would I do content first?
Content, or would you be prospecting first? So what would you do to get, if we're talking about the progression?
I'm biased. Yeah. My story, I started off with marketing instantly. Literally, I started off with marketing instantly. But 2 years ago, I started regretting it, actually. Because with branding and with posting content, I don't know if you guys post content, you guys know it takes a long time to actually get some traction. And if you don't have no funds coming in, you kind of you're not getting no leads, so you just start doing any and everything. But with the marketing, it was supplementing the leads for me to come in. But the questions you should be asking yourself when it comes to branding is, who do you want to be? So I did not want to put on the cowboy hat. If you guys watch any of my old videos, it was me trying to dress a little bit nicer than this, but I wasn't attracting my tribe. And the clients that I was bringing on were not actually really cool, good clients. Now I get on the call, I have my cowboy hat on. Most of my clients are like, oh, dude, I love it. And they start pulling their guns out on the call. I'm like, hey, look at my gun. And I'm like, oh, dude, look at my gun. And then that's a more easier sell for me, instead of me trying to be up there and be all snobby. And because that's not my tribe. So I would say, identify who you are. And people will definitely buy from you, because your people are your people.
Let's not overemphasize that. People buy from people that are similar to them.
Yes.
Everybody, it's very natural. We all have in-group bias, right? We like people that are similar to us. Even if we're very open-minded, we still like people that are like, oh my God, you group with that. We like the same things. Yes. I can go talk about my passions and my hobbies. That's normal in sales. People, oh, you're a boat guy? We're gonna talk about boats. I'm gonna talk about my day, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna build rapport off of shared interests.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to figure out who I am and amplify that than try to go sell to something that I'm not. I've done both. I've worked for other people in a place that was very different from where I grew up for over a decade. It can be done. I've worked for, my job was working for other agents, closing their deals. I was going to B&I events, representing multiple brands at the same time. I had to make a conscious decision to become the most boring person possible. No, truly. I had no personality because I knew I had to take on the personality of all of my clients. If you're willing to do that, you can be successful. Most people don't want to be a salesperson, I think. They're not that willing to sell out all the way. Cool, I am just a vehicle, right, for this avatar. So think about who I am, because we're gonna bond, we're gonna build trust. It's gonna be easier. It is much easier to work with people that trust you. They're gonna have a better outcome.
100%. And the people that you actually probably dress as snobby for, they're always bad clients, because you guys never get along anyway. So it was man, actually, here's your money back. Just get out of my face. So it was never even worth it. So, but the guys that are that your diehard fans, or your diehard people that you're oh man, dude, we get along just well, they always the easiest clients. And you're man, dude, I would rather work with more people like you. Sure. And so that's what And
if you're classy, be classy. We
yes.
have some very classy people in this room with great taste.
Yes. My biggest competitor, he was the guy that's always showing up to this call in the suits and everything. At the time, he was making more revenue and things like that. So that's what I was trying to mimic. But then I noticed those were the people he were attracting, and I wasn't getting those clients. I ended up making more revenue than them because I just became myself, and people just started to love my own personality. But it was solely just because I started being myself. So that's what matters the most.
Any third question? So get clear on my geography. I know I want to find motivated sellers. Get clear on who I want to be online so people will know who I am when I show up. So they're like, cool. Oh, I know that guy. He's the same guy I saw on the, he looks like his headshot. He looks like his media. Like he's wearing the same things.
Yep.
Anything else?
It's kind of like what you said in Zone, is just being consistent. So that's the thing. I think it'll build trust over time. So if I show you guys, like I get recognized just for the cowboy hat. Like a guy approached me at JT in the gym today. I was like, oh dude, how do you recognize me without the cowboy hat? And then he was like, I recognize JT because I don't know if you guys see JT. He be doing all the dance moves and stuff on the internet. So they're like, okay, because that's JT, that's his brand, right? He'll attract people that I guess like dancing. And I attract people, I don't know, that he called, hey man, how do I fix my funnel? I'm like, I don't know, probably stop dancing. But it's him. So like he attracted people that pay him like, oh dude, you're a really cool guy. So the guy recognized me from the cowboy hat because I've been running the same cowboy hat, literally this exact same cowboy hat. Don't smell it. I've been wearing this on my head for the last 2-3 years. I done buck bulls, wrestle steers in this hat, but this is my cowboy hat. This is my brand. It's kind of like a part of me. I come to this event. I went to one event. I didn't wear my cowboy hat. I was speaking on stage. I wore a cap. They booed me off of the stage. And it was like, dude, go get your cowboy hat. I had to go back to my hotel to get my cowboy hat. But it was because I was consistent over the course of 3 years with this identity. Now I own the identity, if that makes sense.
Every event I don't wear boots, I get asked where my boots are.
Sure.
Yeah.
Every event.
This kind of leans into the nurture point of that, right? Because we were talking about like volumes. So just like how often should serious investors really be posting? And second part of that, just like where do you see the highest ROI platforms right now?
Motivated sellers, Facebook. JV partners, lenders, people of that demographic that's going to be on Instagram. You should be posting at least one time a day. At least one time a day. Even if it's not something where it's like a nice camera setup or you're trying to make sure the lighting is perfect, just get on there and post. Like if you were, please don't, but if you were to scroll all the way down to see when I first started posting content, I kind of almost want to go and delete them. Delete all the videos, because please don't do it. But it was like, okay, pretty boy, I was wearing these nice little Henleys and I was my cheekbones trying to flex them, trying to look all nice and stuff, and I was attracting the wrong people. But so don't go and watch those videos. But I was super consistent, and then almost overnight, it just started catching traction. Boom, boom, boom. So that's how consistent I be. Yes, ma'am.
When you say once a day, do you mean actual post or a story is not?
I mean actual post. Yes.
Were you just posting to like the general Facebook like post, or were you like looking for a specific group or like posting towards a specific audience in the beginning?
So what I would do if you're posting on Facebook, I definitely would create like a Facebook business page and post on there content about selling, like buying motivated houses, getting motivated seller leads in, and then I'll go to like certain groups and I'll try to push traffic over to that page until Facebook starts to understand the algorithm of the people that you're looking for. So that's kind of how I would do that. Good question, by the way. Really good question. As of now, there's like no like studies that the times make a big difference anymore. I know like a lot of guys that kind of sell you that I would do your posting for you. They say, hey, these are the peak windows you should be posting. Yes, 3 when people are probably on lunch break, 6 when they're off work and they're at home doom scrolling. But the algorithm will re-show you an ad or like. I just did a video, me and JT actually did a video and it just got 100K views. But the first week, I don't think it even crossed like 3,000 views. But then it just started to blow up. Now it's 100K over the course of 2 weeks. Yeah, it's a bad video.
Rich?
I was wondering if you use or recommend any kind of social media monitoring or metrics measuring app. I know there's several that can monitor all your social media accounts one time, tell you who followed, all this kind of metrics. I was just wondering if you have an opinion on that.
So we don't use them. We tried them, but they're not like that value intensive. And I'm more of a marketer. So I put a bunch of ad spend behind something to try to get me there way faster. But now since we're focusing more on content over the last 6 months, all we've been using is like Instagram dashboards. So we have the professional dashboard there, show you exactly which reel brought the most followers. So you can go and look and say, all right, this content, this was a nice hook. This was a nice message. It got me a lot of followers from this. This is the time they're seeing it. This is the drop off. Like YouTube studios have it in, yeah, I know Instagram have it. I don't know if Facebook have it, but they kind of created their own platforms.
I know it's your first time here, so welcome. What's your name?
My name is Day.
Day?
Yes, I was pretty curious mostly for the stuff that you have on Facebook. I'm assuming people are connecting more when people are connecting more when they see your face. It's like content with seeing your face opposed to just like posting like deals and stuff like that.
Yes, correct. So what I would do, I don't know if it's into you guys, I don't mean to take shots, but whenever I look on someone's page, if you're just showing a picture of the house and be like, hey, we buy houses fast for cash, or deal just closed, that's not gonna get you anywhere. Like, just actually take a selfie, take a picture, get in there, show your face, build that trust, because the more times they see your face, the more they trust you, because no one can probably remember your company name. No one's remember my company name. They're like, oh, you're the cowboy marketer guy, right? So they remember me because it's a personal brand, but they barely remember my company name until I send them the invoice. They're like, oh, who is this? I'm like, yeah, that's my company. But because they trust my face. So don't just take a picture of the house. And I can give you a great story for that. I was planning on moving to Wyoming like 2 years ago. Deal fell through, under contract, EMD down and everything. It was kind of hectic. It was crazy. But I was looking for a realtor there. I didn't have no realtor friends there. So what I did was I actually just went on Google, searched up, hey, realtor in Wyoming. I was moving to Sheridan, and I went to the first person's Instagram. The first realtor, she had really great SEO, so she popped up first. I went to her Instagram, it was just houses, like literally just house listed, house sold, house listed, house sold. I was like, no, I'm not gonna try her. Let me go to the next one. And I ended up going 3 down. And this lady, she was like, hey, yeah, they just built a dog park in this area right here. This is a really beautiful dog park. They just built it in town. They coming in with a lot of new stuff here. Hey, I'm walking through this house right here. And the best part about her, she's actually did a house tour on back of a horse. So she was on back of a horse, walking through a house on back of a horse. I'm like, that's my realtor. I don't care what she wanted commissions, that's my realtor. But just because that's my type of person. So she had attracted me to her, so I skipped past 3-4 people to actually isolate on her because I seen her face, not just pictures. So I will say, take that. Yes. Oh, sorry.
I'll just share the industry data from going to some conferences on the real estate side is you get significantly more engagement off of content that involves a human versus house tours. It's not close. So as agents, that's what we're doing is, hey, great, this is me with the family. So excited we're about to bring this house to the market. That's a way to turn that into a social post versus a house post. So the same thing. That's why you see everybody now walking through houses. It's because if I'm marketing on behalf of my client, I need to be in that video because I'm going to get 3 times the amount of traction versus me just doing a house tour highlighting the house.
Yes.
Does it make a difference if it's really you in a video or an AI avatar in a video?
Good question. We actually run a lot of AI ads. I don't think it makes a difference when you're running the ads, but if you're doing the content, you probably want to make sure it's you. But when you're running the ads, you want to have some of the ads you, but AI content is actually killing it for us right now. But that's a really good question.
Yeah.
Because you get to do a lot more. Like right now, I don't know if you guys probably seen this ad, but we say, hey, we got a firefighter carrying a house that's on fire and saying, hey, is your house on fire? The pavement's killing you or something like that, give us a call. That ad is performing really good for us. But there's no way a real person would do that. They know it's AI. We're not trying to make it seem real. We're making it seem more funny than real,
Chad.
Yeah. Just want to kind of dive deep on the ad spin because I know you said we can't buy leads right now. So,
yeah.
I just want to talk about, because I'm getting kind of stuck at the top of funnel, what's a good CTR for a video for looking for motivated sellers?
What's a CTR? Click-through rate. But however, what I would say, we want to track better. So with marketing is this big playbook, right? It's everything. We can track so many different metrics with everything. What I really like to focus on the most is what that cost per lead is going to be. What's your cost per contract, your cost per closed deal? Because that's what's going to bring you the most money. Because a video can have a terrible CTR, but that's because it's a longer video. But it's very detailed and it's very your ideal prospect to actually finish clicking on the ad and submit the form and probably as motivated as you want.
Yeah.
So right now we're running a podcast. I did a podcast with a buddy of mine and it's an hour-long podcast. We're running it as an ad. Terrible, the watch time is terrible because it's an hour long. No one's finna sit down and watch an hour long video. But whenever someone actually click that and they always sign up and they sign up for a lot. So the cost per lead is more expensive. The CTR is terrible. The CPMs are terrible. Everything is terrible on the metrics, but they went through an hour of a podcast and booked a call with me, so they're probably gonna buy from it.
Okay.
So I will focus on your CPL more, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And just to follow up on that, are you using an audience to start with, or are you starting with like a blank surface? Because I've noticed that when I put in an audience, my CPMs are just through the roof, and kind of same with like the CTR on the ad. It's like if I find that my CTR is so low, it's like, or my CPM is so high, that there's just no way I can make it work.
Yes. Okay. What I would say with our audience is what we try to do is people that are invested in real properties. This is literally our audience stack. I'm just giving it away. I don't know why. My team is going to kill me. But we do like real property. We do, people that are interested in real estate. And we do, this is to find like an ideal motivated seller. So I'm going to find a wholesaler, but I'm going to tell you what we do to find a motivated seller. We do Zillow, or we do like moving companies. Okay. So because typically the people that are looking up moving companies are people that are looking to plan on moving out their house. So those are like our main two ones. You can do Zillow, Realtor.com, and people that like those platforms. That'll help you out a lot, but we will stick to, what's your budget?
I mean, like my budget, because that's the hard part, is like I can't buy everything that I like put a lead out for.
Yes.
So like I'll put like $50, $60 a day.
Okay, that's a really good budget. What I would do if I were you, actually, Chad, I'm gonna just set up one campaign, do a CBO campaign, $50 a day in that CBO campaign, do a broad audience in one of the ad sets.
CBO?
Oh, campaign budget optimization.
Okay.
So the way of
So you're letting
Facebook
optimize the budget for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So the way they structure, guys, if you don't know, so you got the campaign level, ad set level, and the ads level in Facebook. And sometimes you can set the ad set budget and you can set a CBO budget. I'm liking CBO now because of the big update. I set that CBO budget at $50 a day, have a broad audience in there, and I have that winning stack that I just told you about in there, but I will create 20 ads in each of those ad sets. And just let that run, leave it. When I say leave it, Chad, because here's what happens when you start spending your own money, you're like, man, I'm missing out on leads. I'm checking my CPMs. I'm checking my CTRs. Leave it for 7 days. Spend it $350, and then I want you to message me on Instagram and thank me. If you leave it for 7 days, do not message me on Instagram if you want to change anything within 7 days. But if you leave it for 7 days, you will thank me.
Can I translate that into English for our new guys?
Yes.
So what we're talking about here is you got campaign and you got ads, right? So an individual ad might be, hey, we buy houses, but we're doing that with yellow font. I could do the same thing with blue font.
Yep.
Right? So I got 20 different ads. They're going to be variations, a bunch of different variations. So he's testing different hooks. He's testing different font. He's testing different actors.
Yep.
If you're using AI, all those other things.
Yep.
When you do campaign budget optimization, you're letting Facebook optimize a ton of things for you. You're not individually managing. I'm going to track all these metrics. I'm going to figure out which one's working the best. I'm doing the A/B test. We're letting Facebook do that for an entire week. Does that make sense, y'all? That's what's happening behind the scenes.
Yep.
So if you've seen this stuff before, A/B testing any of that, we don't have to get too complicated. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to come with the market, right? That's what we're doing big picture. We're letting it optimize what's getting the best response from the market.
Yep.
For 7 days, and after 7 days, we could come in there and make, what do we do after 7 days?
After 7 days, Chad's gonna be thanking me, giving me 50% of the deal he closed from it. But typically that's what happened. Can you wait 7 days? Like, yes, you could, but most people don't want to because it's your own money.
Awesome. Now, can we talk about funnel? Because he talked about funnel. So when we talk about funnel, what we're talking about in funnel is I could go out. Is that just a top of the funnel campaign, or is that a campaign where I'm going, like, I'm trying to convert a lead off of that, or am I stacking that with other ads?
So with the update, those 20 ad creatives that you're gonna create, you're gonna do 5 different headlines, 5 different ad copies as well. So now
write this down, y'all.
Yeah. So
this is
it's a lot, but literally you probably can run that for 2-3 months. Yeah, ChatGPT it. Literally, just ChatGPT it and say, hey, what should I say in this ad copy? So basically, Facebook just took your 20 ads and made it like 200 ads by you doing 5 different headlines, 5 different ad copies, and it create the variations for you guys. But some of those, you're gonna put it all in the same one. You're gonna put testimonial videos in there if you have them. You're gonna put some talking heads in there. You're gonna put value content. And you're gonna put still images. If I was up here 6 months ago, I'd tell you to structure your campaigns different. You wanna have top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. But by Facebook, algorithm now.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you can just throw it all in one campaign, and Facebook will know exactly where they're at in the stages of
Anybody else
awareness.
having their mind blown right now? Okay, this is you don't understand. This just made tens of thousands of dollars I've spent with marketers obsolete. This is crazy.
Yes,
Okay,
and I will give you guys a live testimonial to this. JT. So he called me.
150 creatives.
Yes.
Like 5 hours. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, so JT calls me, man, Courtney, I gotta get my cost per lead down. and this is for his other offer. He's like, I gotta get my cost per lead down. And I was like, okay, yep, do 150 creatives, set them up in the account, leave it alone, $150 a day in the budget. Next day, JT calls me, man, I'm missing out on so many leads. Man, I should have added a pop-up form. I'm like, no, JT, leave it alone. He's like, bro, come on, my team needs leads. I was like, no, leave it alone. He was like, dude, 2 days went by, I haven't got a lead. And I'm like, just sit back and relax. He called me 2 days. Dude, I love you. What do you need? We're like, dude, I love you. Okay, all right, my cost per lead just went, now my cost per lead is $60. I'm like, you're welcome, JT. You owe me dinner. And then he made me pay for dinner.
One thing that we should point out here, right, is it used to be there was a lot of specialized knowledge in terms of how to create a funnel. So what we're talking about is we do some sort of a broad-based ad, then I would run a second ad to that person that's engaged with that content that might be of value, something of value to them. I'm going to explain something. I'll put myself in being an expert, and then whoever's watched like half of that, I'm going to run another video ad with a direct call to action trying to get them to book an appointment. That's what we talk about with the funnel, right? With that being obsolete, the reason why Courtney is so effective is because Courtney has better creative. Like, he is a better creative marketer in terms of copy, headlines, scripting, hiring actors than everyone else in the market. So just understand, like, it is a democracy, but now it is, how good is your creative?
Yes.
Just like think of like a TikTok influencer, like who are you actually stopping and watching, and who are you like, why would anybody watch this dumb family do things?
Yeah.
Why is my feed showing me? I don't care at all about these people.
Yeah.
Right? So I would go watch his page.
Yes. And I kind of to add on to that, guys, like literally people pay me lots of money just to do this for them. If you can do it yourself, like if you can actually bring this thing in-house and just crack the code yourself, you would not need to hire another marketing agency. You would not need to pay another pay-per-lead company. If you do, pay me. But you would not need to if you actually go and take this advice and go and do the campaigns. Literally, next event Chad come to, I'm like, hey, how did that campaign work? Just ask them. And then you're doing this market?
Yeah, I'm in this market, but I'm an affiliate for like my daytime job.
Okay.
So I run ads for like my job, but I'm trying to learn this part of running ads and how to work on these ads of finding people that are trying to sell their house.
Okay, scratch out everything I just told you in case you beat my competition in like 2 years, all right? Never mind, just forget it all, Chad. No, but in 7 days or like when the next time you guys meet up, just ask how the campaign go. Yeah, and then you can message me on Instagram, we can go back and forth. Absolutely. Okay.
So I want to go back to the questions you have, Cory, but just to make this clear, a couple basic things. Do I have clarity in my avatar? That's at Z, zeroing in.
Yep.
Am I owning the market share, right? So I'm going to go invest money in an ad spend, right, where I can kind of flood the zone in there and own the market share. The end, the nurture, that's the personal brand side of this. That's the content side of this. That's the like, okay, who is Chad? Cool. All right, I've learned something about this person that's going to be coming to my house or talking to me on the phone, making an offer. That's getting clear on who I am and how I'm going to show up and what am I sharing about myself, right? To build trust and rapport and make it easier to close. Does that make sense? You need that piece of it to have the full formula, and the E is going to be empowering your database, right?
Yeah.
So that could be like testimonials. It could be some other things there. Yeah. Cory, what questions do you have? I know you got your. Cory came prepared.
I was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, this one I'm just genuinely curious to you. Just like, Cory, what's a campaign or an idea that you just totally whiffed on? Like, none of it worked or just went sideways. And then what was the learning lesson or what was the takeaway?
Okay, so I ran this campaign about 2 years ago, and it was this campaign for a free lead magnet and for motivated sellers. And it was like how to avoid your house getting foreclosed on. Cost per lead was super cheap. We thought we were bankrolling, like, oh, this is going to be insane. No one else in the market is doing it. We quickly found out why no one else in the market was doing it. Because even though the cost per lead was so cheap, none of the people were picking up. It was just a bunch of BS sellers that weren't actually going into foreclosure. They probably house were good, but they just wanted to actually take extra precautions. So it was the wrong quality leads. So that just actually just botched on us. So we just started switching and going direct. If we're like, we want motivated sellers. We're going to go and say, hey, you need to sell your property. You need to sell it fast. Sell it to us. Click out this form. Get a cash offer on your property. Instead of trying to find a very creative way of doing it. So we don't even do lead magnets. We don't give them nothing. We just basically say, give me your information if you want a cash offer on it. So don't try to stay away from the lead magnets unless you probably have a personal brand, and then those people you're trying to get to convert eventually, they love lead magnets. But to a cold audience, they don't need lead magnets.
How do I differentiate myself from the competition?
Really good questions, guys. If you're wholesaling, I think one of the biggest things you could do, because the industry is saturated, as everyone knows, but it's not saturated because it's saturated with a bunch of bums. That's what the it's like. No one actually want to pick up their phone. No one want to pick up the phone. People not comping the properties, right? No one want to make dials and all that stuff. So in this market, let's say it's 100 wholesalers, probably 10 is probably actually working. So the other 90 is just like in the way. They may get lucky here and there. But to differentiate from them, honestly, is just have trackable KPIs. Like, hey, I'm gonna do this many dials, I'm gonna give this many offers. You're different. Like in 3 months, you'll see a big discrepancy between the two. So that's one way. And another way, a good tactic is, I don't know if you guys know about like PRs. Like you can go and hire a PR firm and create you like a article on Forbes that you get to write yourself, or article on entrepreneur that you get to write yourself. So when I am talking to a motivated seller and Chad is calling them and I put my article on Forbes, spent like $500 to do that, I go and say, hey, look, Forbes wrote about me, or how we buy houses and how many houses we bought. Do that guy have anything to basically say that he actually who he say he is? So that $500 literally lasts you for 10 years. So I would recommend doing that if you guys haven't. That'll separate you guys.
I would add testimonials.
Oh, that too.
Get testimonials from people. Build relationships. You know, I took over a multifamily property. There's 19 units on there. One guy was selling drugs to people in the other neighborhood, and so there was like drama because he sold to somebody's girlfriend and she was cheating on him. So then he like tried to set the bedding on fire in the apartment. You know had to change the entire culture of this place. That's the challenge when one talks about multifamily. Is like bad tenants take down the whole thing. The guy selling it had took all the good tenants out, cooked the books. So I moved in. There was somebody, he had 4 kids in his living room. He was already 3 months behind when we started. So I had to have like an honest, empathetic conversation with him. How he wasn't going to be able to catch up, right? And it's possible to evict somebody, meet them at the courthouse, look them in the eyes, shake their hand, and they'll thank you. If you approach with empathy, if you try to come with some solutions, if you meet somebody there. And I just share that, like, if you do that over time, again, it's not the easiest thing to do, right? But doing things the right way is the shortcut hack if you plan to stay in this thing, because it compounds over time.
100%.
And right, like, karma's real, energy's real, this stuff follows. I would just share that, like, so yeah. And if I'm not doing business that I'm getting testimonials from, maybe I should look at the business that I'm doing. I don't have to do every deal.
That's good.
Somebody else, one of those bums can do the deal. I don't have to do every deal. There's no such thing as business ethics. There's only ethics.
Ooh, I like that. And get Google reviews if you guys can too. I think like wholesalers do not have Google reviews because they know they're unethical. So if you guys are ethical, like get Google reviews and then just say, hey, look them up on Google. Literally, that's like one of the best tactics. Just look them up on Google.
I'm gonna interview Courtney. He just found out on Tactical Tuesday, on one of our Tactical Tuesdays.
Oh.
So we can talk to our national audience about what you're doing to get results.
Okay.
Directly with. So if you want to do that, we can dive a little deeper into some of the tactics and go specific. Anybody have an amazing question they've been sitting on they want to close it out with? It's going to impress everybody without someone out there. Of course, Chris does. Let's go, Chris.
I don't know if it's going to impress me. What should we avoid for 2026?
What should you avoid for 2026? I think it depends on the stages you're at, Chris. Let's talk to you about you specifically. Are you doing deals?
Not personal investment deals.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what? Share a little bit. So Chris is a pretty active agent. What was your last year?
Me and Cory started about the same time. I've got a small team. I did 24 million last year.
Let's go. Okay.
How many transactions was that?
I know. I always think of that. Like 50.
50 transaction on the agent side?
Yeah.
On the agent side.
And you're looking to get inside of the wholesaling side or no?
Not
what's
really
your game plan?
wholesaling, just personal investments. Like
Fine deals.
Long term, short term. I just want to build my own portfolio. But yeah, I guess I want to find the deal wholesale.
What I would say, Chris, dude, I think this is a really good market. I say what to avoid in 2026 is taking your time. Like a lot of people, I feel like most people are gonna be at this event, probably not gonna implement nothing, for 8 months or next year, probably coming to this event again. I'm not talking bad about anybody, but that's typically what happens. So let's say, Chris, you leave this event and you go and start running you some campaigns tomorrow and say, we buy houses. What you would notice is always good for agents. I love agent clients that also wholesale because we can run the cash off from angle, and then we offer them a cash offer, or that number don't work, we can list it for you.
Yeah.
So you will probably snatch a lot in that way, and you can be in control of your own marketing. So I would say with that, Chris, you also should just hit me up, and then just hop on it. Just do it. Just spend $50 a day, do it in ads, and you'll thank me too in 7 days.
Cool.
Then I'm gonna get a lot of 50%. That's how I'm making my money.
Yeah, honestly, for me, it was going to just be if our audience was just going to take one marketing action in the next 7 days, what should it be and why?
Ooh, love it.
I think.
Pull some pins out, y'all.
Oh, I think this.
You're not here to spectate. You're here to make money this year. Say yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Awesome. I love that commitment. Is anyone posting on Instagram right now? Okay. Awesome. So. There's a lot of uns in here. What I think everyone should do is just get very consistent with content. I know probably like a lot of us actually hate it. I really hate content. I don't know if you guys can tell. If you guys seen any of my content, I'm like dying on the inside. I'm like, I really don't want to be in front of this camera. Like I have a videographer following me around most places, and he's really annoying. And I was like, Cory, I can't miss the shot. Redo that. Walk through this door again. I'm like, dude, this is insane. But every time he stopped me to do that, it always just a little bit better. And he's been doing that for 2-3 years, and it have actually paid his dividends. So what I would recommend is get on content. I tell a lot of people this, they don't. So if you guys said, yes, you guys came here to actually be better this year, yes?
Yes.
I think everyone should pull their phone out right now and do a video. Is that fair? And post it. And the only way you can leave this event today if you show us the video that you guys posted. I think he's like, I'm gonna take one of you.
This does not have to be a video, right? But half measures avail us nothing. Like so, it's also
Selfie
like
in the room, like
posting. I would tell you the reason why I run a community is like posting about a community is not something, right? You see these, how many, is there any other communities that look like this? There's like one other community in town. It doesn't have the same vibe. Like posting about the community is something that is very different. I go all over the country. I go back home, go to my 25th reunion. People in Florida, like I watch all your content. Like I don't really care about it, but it's like really engaging and they know me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like it's interesting what we're doing. Like building wealth is interesting. People like getting financially free is interesting, right? People retiring, Cory's wife is retired, is interesting. That's engaging to people. Right? I buy houses might not be interesting. I love it. You're making a video. Hello. Yes. So if you're watching this, join us next month. Right? But I would just say that's one of the easiest things to do is like post a video of you in the room is going to be more engaging than you trying to go home and be like, let me talk to the phone about I buy houses.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
So, and I would like, but everybody pulled their phones out. There were some people that did pull their phones out. And then there were some people that didn't pull their phones out. So what I said earlier about the industry is saturated, and it's saturated by a bunch of people that are not like serious.
Can you pull up our other events, Cory?
So that's what I would say, guys, is just, actually, if you want to win this year, get on content. I've been telling people that 2 years ago, a year ago, and everybody, every time it comes up, I should have done content earlier. I feel I should have done content earlier. So I'm telling you guys, don't make that same mistake and look back in 2 years.
The ones this month. That's cool.
Sorry.
Yeah. No. I love it. Thank you. So real fast, we wanted to make this incredibly easy for you. So here's your 3 choices. We got the best marketer in town to come tell you how to do marketing. If you don't want to do marketing, no problem. You get 2 other choices. You can network for deals, right? Or we can prospect for deals. Can't be a prophet in your own land, so we're bringing our buddy Hayden Fike. Anybody talked to Hayden before? Right? Hayden runs Southeast Best Real Estate Meetup in Chattanooga. Hayden has a podcast called The Art of Connecting. He came in, just said, I'm just going to focus on building connections, and does affiliate and like private money and stuff. He's going to come up from Chattanooga, and he's going to join us at our GRID Coffee. So if you haven't been to one of our GRID Coffee events, Hayden is going to be there. He's going to talk there. He is going to talk about how he networks at an incredibly high level, like high net worth individuals, like skipping this, just going right to, I'm going to get paid by being the connector. And if you want to prospect, talk to us, grab one of us afterwards, take Territory Tuesday. We will show you exactly how to prospect. We'll give you the resources. We'll give you the scripts. We'll show you the communities that we joined, where we role played and we practiced prospecting. If you want to learn how to prospect, like we are going to make it where you have to try not to make money if you engage with the community this year, right, Cory? So you want to talk about the lineup? We'll let everyone go. What we have coming up, like the lineup for the year.
Oh yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah, because Boom, 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 boom.
That's a question real quick.
Yes, you can ask a question.
You mentioned Field Trip Fridays. Can you talk about that?
Sure.
Field trip. Anybody seen Cory's Field Trip Fridays? Anybody watch this? Okay, so Cory is like an HGTV host. He produced and he sat on them for 3 years. So Courtney was taking shots at JT. This is like, you want to make me happy? Go watch this and tell Cory how good it is. But Cory produced a full-blown walkthrough. Here's 3 houses. We're exploring a neighborhood. Here's an aside with the home inspector talking about what is galvanized plumbing, or walking through these. And so we've talked about bringing these back, which is just basically on a Field Trip Friday, you can come out and tour houses with us.
That's it.
And you can see how my boy Rain Man tours houses. I call Cory Rain Man because when I call Cory, I'll be like, I'm at this house, and he was like, I was there 3 years ago. It's got that weird room off the. Swear to God, I will walk through and Cory will tell me room by room where it is. London taxi driver says something called the knowledge. They take this test. We have to memorize all the streets. Cory's time in the restaurant industry, memorizing that walk-in. He has the knowledge when it comes to these houses. It's bizarre. So if you want to see how he does it, how he takes notes, how he does this stuff, I see Garrett nodding, right? He's done it with him. We're going to give away the game because, again, most people are not going to take action. That's what GRID is about, is we're going to give you the game. We're not going to hide it. You don't have to buy a book or a course. There's 2 other things we're doing this month. Is Vern in the room? Vernon, stand up. Tell me about STR Playbook. Cory, you want to go to the side?
This month we're doing,
You want to come up here, bro?
what?
Come on up here. Vernon is the CEO of Staycating.com. He's my secret weapon. He's a short-term rental property manager. He's also an agent on our team, crushing the Smokies. Let's go, Vern. Look at that Brandon. Look at this handsome devil. I love it. Hey, Vern, sit down. Sit down on the couch. Travis, you're next.
Okay, so on January the 27th at Fountain City Lions Club, we normally have about 20 to 25 people show up. We will actually be doing the playbook. We'll do the deep dive into short-term rentals. Some markets work, some don't. Some are saturated, some are not. There's things that we try to teach folks there with our trust method. And basically what we try to teach with that is how we can go into a market and be different. And so we look at it from the guest perspective and work our way backward. This month, I've got myself, Nathan Gord, if he's still back there somewhere.
Batman, you here?
And
he escaped.
I have a long-term rental person as well. So basically what we're going to do this month is we're going to break down short-term, mid-term, and long-term. So we will actually look at 3 different deals. We will look at how that all works. Of course, long-term is the most easiest, the most consistent. We'll tell you about short-term rentals. Knoxville is different than the Smokies because Knoxville has a lot of laws and things in place, and you have to have certain kind of license. So we delve into that just a little bit as well. But January the 27th at 6 p.m., we have free pizza and drinks and everything, and it's much like this. It's much smaller atmosphere, but it's a lot more intimate.
If who's been to one of these? I see Laura's in here. I see,
Several
right?
people did. Mm-hmm.
Quality content. If we're going to go through mid-term rentals, short-term rentals, Vernon, we talk about a trust system. We have a framework. The reason we use these frameworks is because you remember them. If I say zone, if I say boss, if I talk about trust, there are things you can remember, so you have a framework to how do I find deals, how to underwrite deals, how do I operate them, how do I optimize them. And we're going to go through that this year and walk you through the exact playbooks and how to do so. So,
correct.
Excellent. Thank you, Vernon.
Thank
Travis, you on the hot seat. Come on up here, Travis. Thank you, Vernon. Awesome. And for everybody, if you are brand new and you don't know what you're doing and some of this is confusing, we threw all this out and you're like, client avatar, I'm just, the biggest gap that we've seen, right, Cory, is there's not a lot of advice on there on how to have an investing strategy. You can grab the mic on this part too, Cory, right? It's a gap of what we talked about, of how do I focus, how do I align my cash machine, my wealth machine, my goals with the tools and resources I have.
Yeah, and have I earned the right to invest?
Yes. Have I earned the right to invest? Am I hedged against risk enough? Do I have I had the conversations in my personal relationships with my partner, right? Do I understand my money well enough? Do I have the amount of savings? Do I know what kind of savings I need to operate my business? So we walk through that framework for you. We have something called the 7 levels of freedom inside GRID. We can tell you exactly how do you get free. You start with your foundation. You figure out how to build predictable income. Then you learn how to operate a business as a business until I'm generating profit and I have the income flip so I can start investing. Then I have to expand into being a leader, right? How do I lead an organization? Like how's Cory's business running while he's here? Then how do I expand? How do I monetize the lead I already have in another way into an ancillary business that's directly related? And then what's the impact that I'm doing that for? So we're gonna walk you through like, how do I do that? What are the questions I have to ask myself? How do I have a personalized investing strategy and give you a framework for that? This is the same framework that I used to coach him when it was brand new. This is the framework we use, Cory, right, to coach $1 million operators across our organization. We did $4.5 million in GCI last year. Across all the organizations, property management, title JVs, mortgage, private money, acquisitions. So we're gonna give you the framework we use internally for that. So if you're sitting here and you want a more specialized session, that is what we're doing. Tell them what you're doing this year, Travis. I laid out the...
Yeah, so we're going to do, in the Invest 101 side, is we're going to ask you to answer some tough questions about what, are you and your spouse on the same level? Are you ready to invest, but your spouse is not ready to invest? Why? What's that friction? Like, have those tough conversations. Do I have enough insurance? Am I properly insured to actually go invest? What do I need to be insured for? Another thing is just
how do I find my board of directors? How do I find mentors?
Who are your board of directors? Like, do you need an attorney? Do you need an accountant? A bookkeeper? Like, who are the people that you need to be successful? So, and this, like Cory said, is like you have to earn that right to invest, because we want to set. If we want you in the room investing with us, we want you to do it right. We want you to be successful. So, and we want to bring you along the journey with us because we want to do it successfully as well.
And this came out of a guy, and Chris knows this guy. There's a guy, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on Bob's last name. Is it Kalinsky?
Yes.
Bob Kalinsky bought the Southeast region of Keller Williams. Keller Williams is the largest real estate company in the world by agent count. Southeast region of KW is like the 6th largest one in the country. Look at agent count. He had gotten rich and gone broke 2 different times. He bought this in his 50s. And so this is all came from a talk that I had him where he said, here is how to build wealth. There's lots of ways to get rich. This is how to build wealth. This is what it takes to build wealth. It is slower, it is sustained. It's minimizing risk, minimizing losses. So we've got that. We're running that every single month for you, Investing 101. And then GRID is going to be rolling out a GRID Con. We're doing a conference in June 1st and June 2nd in Virginia. If you want to come, we're rolling out a free circle platform where you can engage. GRID, as I mentioned, is national. There are 25,000 investors across the country. We're rolling out a boot camp. So if you want to learn how to flip, we're going to have a 2-day boot camp in March. You can come. There's going to be a cost to that. If you do a deal with us, we'll reimburse you. We want to make it where you have to try not to be successful this year. That is our goal for you. And then we're all getting certified right now. There's going to be some GRID one-on-one coaching. If you want something, wish Scott was here. If you want some direction of, hey, how do I build that wealth machine in addition to the sales machine? Walking you through how to set that up. We're going to have some one-on-one coaching available. So we've got a lot of options for people here. We're being really intentional about setting the community up so you can be successful. Anything you want to share, Cory, before we go?
No, just super stoked for the year. I mean, super stoked for just this community growth. Like, this is it, right? It's this community, and I love hearing when I'm meeting new people and I'm saying, great, like, how did you hear about us? And they're going to say, oh, well, Dina invited me, right? Or Jose invited me, Christian invited me. Like, I'm hearing that, and it's the word of mouth, and it's the more people we can bring into this community, the more opportunities there are for everybody, the more we can all learn and grow. And it's just, like, powerful, man. I love this.
If I can share something, you can get rich just by inviting people. My whole, right, Cory? What do? I invite people to stuff. Cory does, he did 67 listings last year. I did 15. Like, work smarter, not harder. Like, find you a Cory. And then go invite everyone you know to meet Cory. Which is what we're doing here. Like, come meet Cory, he's a genius. Right? It works, I promise you. Like, connecting people, like, yeah, no, it works. Like, connecting people, and you can build, and I talk to people around the country, and this is weird and bizarre, but right, Cory, they're like, sure. You have like the biggest network in the country. We go to like agent events. It's crazy, but it is just from that. It is just like inviting people to events and trying to help other people. So, Vernon, you got the last word?
I will tell you guys, I've been attending GRID for a long time. And just this past summer, I decided to join their team. I decided to join the cause group, part of their team. And I would tell you guys this year, don't wait. These guys, what you see right there is what you get. It's not some show that they put on up here. These guys are real. Cory's a machine, and Justin is a freaking communicator and a networker. Travis is one of the coolest dudes I've met. Travis and I have a lot of things in common. My wife's cancer, his wife's had cancer. This year, this team, through all the adversity and all the crap we did, I don't know the numbers, they know the numbers. But our team stuck together because we love each other and we care about each other. That's what this is about. I just want to say that tonight. I felt like I needed to say that because this is not about selling you crap.
No.
This is about building something special.
So,
as you can see. So I was so thankful
please
for
grab
you.
one of us. We got some sessions here. If there's something you want to do, if you've got questions, please ask and stick around. My favorite part of GRID is when we break up, you're going to see 10, 12 groups of people standing around. There are so many people in this room who I would sit and spend, I come here so I can spend time with them, that are very smart investors, that are very savvy, that I partner with, that I learn from, whether it's Chris, who's an amazing agent, right, or Cindy, who I'm doing deals with, or Dina, who's got a lot of success with doing deals, all the contractors in here. So thank you so much. We're so excited to have you. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
Thank you. How can we connect with you, Courtney?
Instagram, Courtney Scott Official. I think that's my Instagram handle.
It is.
Just like, okay. Okay, Courtney Scott Official.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for having me, Knoxville. I had a fucking pleasure. Woo! Showing my age right here.